If you're listening to this or you're watching this, one of the biggest things and biggest mistakes that can have you ruin your life, and it ruined my life, was getting into a marriage but not actually creating unification. All right, welcome back to another episode here inside of the Modern Man podcast. Today's topic is all about alignment and why playing a single game will kill you. What do you mean, Lynn, when you talk about playing a single game? Now, back in 2018, when I was trying to grow the company and when I was trying to grow the business, I was playing a single player game. And my single player game was feeling and thinking that if I just made money, that if I could rescue my wife from her corporate job. I took her out of, she was working at a big telecommunication company here inside of corporate Australia, working with Telstra. And I thought to myself, look, if I can pull Kerry out of her job, if I can simply get her to be at home, that's what she would want. If I could actually, like, she could travel to all these events all around the world and the retreats that I was running, that's what she would want. I'm producing, I'm taking care of everybody. The significance is my business. The significance is we have 20 odd employees. The significance is we're growing. It's all about doing more. It's all about my own goals. Started to speak to other men, started to connect with other men. Emotionally, it burnt me down. Emotionally, I was in this capsule. And as I found out, as I opened up a laptop, saw messages go through, like my world shattered around me. I remember vividly, she was going to the gym. I opened up a laptop. I needed to grab files off a laptop. iMessage sends across messages all across the board. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the message and I'm like, this can't happen to me. On paper, my relationship looks perfect. You can ask my parents, you can ask her parents, everyone else was like, well, he looks after you, he's good to you, he travels with you, he gives you what you want. Why would you do this? That was the first question that I asked myself. Why the fuck would she do this? And at first, it's really easy to blame the other person, only to recognize that the person that was at fault was me. So if you're listening to this or you're watching this, one of the biggest things and biggest mistakes that can have you ruin your life, and it ruined my life, was getting into a marriage but not actually creating unification. Not actually playing as equals and partners in hand in hand. And when I say equals, I don't mean equal partnership. I mean having an equal say of how your life is going to be balanced. And so one of the most beautiful things right now is that Kerry and I have this equal say in how we run our lives and the roles and responsibilities that she needs to look after and that I need to look after in order for us to actually grow and get what it is that we want.